at the Pleasance in association with Audible! Blimey. Look at that. It's exciting. We're all here. Ian's here. How are you doing, Ian? You are absolutely bloody welcome to be here. We are live on the Pleasance TV YouTube channel, and we're live on the Huffington Post, and most importantly, we're live here at the Ace Dome in Edinburgh! Just going to make you do a lot of cheering, that's my intention. I am Lucy, I am your host, and it is a thrill for us to be here. The Edinburgh Festival, the biggest and best arts festival in the world. And for comedians, for performers, this is an amazing treat for us. Because normally, for example, what I do is I play the comedy clubs of our great nation, which is lovely, except playing the comedy clubs tends to be largely about getting the comedy done before the hen nights go wrong. You've all seen them, I love it. When women drink, it's fine until it's really not fine, isn't it? And that can happen very quickly. I always love it when you see comedy clubs with a hen night in, and the hen nights always go the same way. Hen nights always tend to go happy, 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 crying on the stairs, right? That's every hen night ever. And then you get the stag nights, the big groups of lads, which I actually prefer, because stag nights just tend to go happy, 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 horny, fighty, dead. That's it. So it's a lot easier to deal with. But you're a cultured bunch. I can smell the sophistication wafting off you. Oh, well, that could just be the rain. It's been a very rainy day. So we are going to start off now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have some comedy to start you off. Are you ready for some comedy? And I am delighted to introduce this man. I met him for the first time yesterday, and I instantly fell madly in love with him. He's brilliant. BBC Radio New Comedy Award finalist Tom Ward is performing his debut show every night at the Pleasance Courtyard at 9:45 p.m. But right now he's come here with us to the Ace Dome. So I want you to go wild, go crazy. Ian, pop your clothes off if you want to. And welcome the brilliant Mr. Tom Ward!
That's a big height gap we've got there, isn't it? Good afternoon, folks. How are you? Yay! Thank you for coming. And yes, I do trim my own fringe. I get very nervous going to the hairdresser. So I go in there, tell them what I want. Most of them haven't even heard of Lego or Richard III. Nice. I've got a fan in. You see that? Welcome to the show. Lady with great taste there in row A. Thank you for coming. I was born in the 80s. Anyone heard of that? Was anyone there? Anyone been there? Did you come from the 80s? Did you go through the 80s? It was a good time, wasn't it? Wild time. Tupperwares and orgies, man. It was wild back then, wasn't it? Tupperware parties. Did you go to one of those? Yeah, they were a wild time. Pre-internet, it was a wild time. Wild time. These are my mum's glasses. She wore them when I was a kid. Darling, no. That's a brief summary of my childhood. Spared you the details, I've only got 5 minutes. It's a wild time before the internet, man. Wild time. If you got a song in your head, you couldn't start Googling what you thought you had. You're trying to work it out. What is this song got in my head? You couldn't do that. There was no Google. You had to go to the music shop, sing it to the man. Excuse me, mate, what's this song? Well, that sounds like George Michael to me. Any idea which song? Oh, that could be any. That's his trademark sigh. Father figure? Yes, that's what I need. I mean, yes, that's the song. Can't help you there, mate. Move it along, please. Next. Yes, hello. I was going past an electronics shop. I couldn't hear the song on the TV screen, but the video was rather nice. Could you tell me what it is? Oh, yeah, that's Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel. Thank you so much. I had a very itchy brain trying to work it out. I love 80s fashion. I like looking through photo albums of me as a kid, because in the 80s, everyone looked 80s. Do you know what I mean? In some decades, some people stayed classic. In the 80s, everyone was in. Everyone had a touch of the 80s at least. Even the people at my mum's Catholic church had shoulder pads in their cardigans. Oh, it's so nice to see you all. Motherfuckers! Sorry to the children in the front row for spoiling your childhood there. Yes, good time. I liked listening to tapes growing up. I'd listen to my tapes on repeat. I'd wear out my tapes from use. You know, they'd wheeze in between songs. End of Thriller. Added an extra chill to my little life, you know. Then I'd rewind it, play it again. Try and time my rewinding to stop it just at the beginning of the song. Usually took me a few goes. Darkness falls across it. 'Cause it's a threat. Fourth time. Always the fourth time. Didn't want to catch the end of The Girl Is Mine. Hated that song as a kid, that wimpy song. Awful song. Michael, I shagged her first. Paul, I shagged her best. Michael, I'll have you killed like I had Lennon killed. It's in the fade out. You do turn up the fade out of The Girl Is Mine. He does confess. It'll change the album when you do turn it up. It'll change the album for you, but it is a lovely moment there. And of course, Jules Holland has a lot of the 80s bands turn up on his show. Jules Holland, hanging around. Still there, still alive. Getting more vague by the year. Started to look like a drunkard now, hosting his own imaginary dinner party. Showing an imaginary guest around the house.
And now, delighted to be joined out here. We've got the spare bedroom. You can leave your coat there on the bed. We go to the bathroom.
Some good painkillers in here.
And now, we return to the kitchen.
Oh, bollocks, why did I come in here?
Oh yes, to see Annie Lennox.
Other times he gets a bit more excited. Sounds like a man who's been kicked in the middle of a dream.
Coldplay! Huh? Oh. Sorry, over here. Oh no, here we are. Hello fellas, all right.
Strange man. I've got to go. You've been great. Have I got shorter? Have you just got shorter, Lucy? Thanks for coming. It's very nice to play to you, and keep living and that kind of thing. All right, thank you.
Tom Ward, and remember, you can see him at 9:45 every night at the Pleasance Courtyard. Have you got leg warmers you could dust off for the occasion, madam? I certainly do as well. There you go. I'll see you for some footloose action down there. Now, I'm delighted. I am being joined by someone whose poster makes me smile every day because it's so lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Michelle Wolf! Hey, Michelle, your poster is just the most joyful, lovely thing ever in the world.
Oh, thank you. I think it's, well, I don't know if you guys can see it's right there, but
so happy.
It's yeah, I'm very happy in that poster.
Because your show is called So Brave.
So brave.
So brave.
So brave.
So brave.
We're all so brave.
We are so brave. Look at Ian. He's so brave. He's so brave. Look at them. So, what is the show all about? Give us a.
It's an hour of me doing stand-up, except it kind of goes from like a very political place into more and more personal, and then by the end of it, I think you have a pretty good sense of who I am, which is probably crazy. I think my hair is a good indication of me as a person.
Yeah, you have big hair, big personality. That's what I get.
Yeah,
you,
a little
me,
bit
Brian
out of
May,
control.
we're all on that too.
Yeah.
And well, you say political because, and this is super exciting. Michelle is a writer and correspondent on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
So, I know. That's proper, isn't it? And I mean, love The Daily Show. And what is it like behind the scenes? How many writers are there? What do you do?
Oh, there's about, I guess I've never counted the writers, but I think there's like 14 of us. It's a big writing staff, but you have to remember we also write a television show every day. Yeah, I mean, it's a busy day. It's from like 9 a.m. and we start, we'll go over news stories, we'll watch video clips, we'll start writing. We'll have a first draft in by 11. We'll have edits by noon. And then we do another round of edits. And then we do a dress rehearsal, sort of, whatever. And then we do a rewrite. and then we go live.
Well, very much like the meticulous planning that goes into this show.
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
The hours of rehearsal.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that it must be difficult.
Oh, there's also there's dogs in the office.
Aye.
Yeah, we're allowed to have dogs. I mean, I don't have one, but they're the most docile dogs you've ever seen in your time. They look like they're just employees that might not like their job. They're just walking around like they're just like, they don't even get excited when they see you. I get more excited when I see the dog.
Do you know what? Most dogs I know are fairly enthusiastic at some point. That is quite some workplace.
Yeah,
that manages to drive
they're
the
very
enthusiasm.
they're just like, hi.
Yeah. Yeah, just doing the Daily Show. They're just like cool.
Yeah.
They're cool New York dogs, right?
Yeah.
It must be hard though for you at the moment because obviously American politics is so dull right now.
Yeah. So there's
What
nothing
do
going
you
on.
find
I
to
mean,
talk about. I know
nothing going on, and it's really.
Can you just reassure us, Trump? That's not going to happen, is it?
I really want to say no, but I don't trust the entire middle of the country. I trust New York and I trust California, but the rest of it I don't trust, and it's really. There's been a couple of times where I've been like, he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win.
Did anyone feel like that about Brexit? Yeah, I think some of us did. I know. It is terrifying times, isn't it? But I mean, it is such huge personalities to be able to focus on at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for comedy purposes, but I really, if I never have to write another Trump joke ever again, I'll be very happy.
I know. Let's hope that yes, this will be a.
So either he loses or he dies.
Yeah. I think that's the kind of thing he would say himself,
right?
Isn't it, about other people. So I think it's fair to say it about him.
Yeah.
And is this your first time in Edinburgh?
It is.
Hey,
Yeah.
Very welcome. Is any first impressions you want to share? Anything you love? Anything you know?
More redheads than I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm the only one in my family that has red hair, so I came here and I was like, hey, these are my people. So that's been really nice. Your weather is just, I mean, it's a resort here. Really lovely. So warm. I mean, could it get warmer?
Yeah. Luckily, what they do is they make the venues really, really over hot to compensate. It's lovely. You can do 5 seasons in one day. We don't even know what the 5th season is. It's just Edinburgh.
I get so sweaty during my show, and then I'm like hot, and then I walk outside, but I'm like wet with sweat, and it's just freezing. I'm gonna die. I think is what I'm trying to say.
You will die before Donald Trump does.
Yeah.
So a little quick final question. Your show is called So Brave. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of about how we've devalued the word brave, really, isn't it? And who do you think is genuinely brave? Are there any brave people left in the world?
I mean, you've got your standard, your firefighters, your policemen, your soldiers, your, like, I don't know, single moms with 7 jobs, people like that. Mm. But then it happens a lot. I don't know if it happens here with stand-up, but a lot of times people will be like, you're so brave for doing stand-up. And I'm like, no, I'm very egotistical. Yeah. I think that not only should you sit down and pay to watch me, I'm not going to let you talk at all. And I think it's going to involuntarily make you laugh. I mean, it's just not...
So brave.
So brave.
So brave.
Yeah.
I know my sister's a doctor, and when we're introduced to people at parties, people will say, what do you do? And she's a doctor, and they say, what do you do? I'm a comedian. Oh, my goodness, I could never do that. And my sister's there just seething.
Yeah!
Absolutely furious about that. Well, I am so excited about seeing your show, and you stick around. We're going to have a bit more of a chat in a minute. I'm just going to remind you that you are watching live at the Pleasance in association with the wonderful Audible, and we are ready and raring for some sketch comedy right now. They are amazing. They're wonderful. Please, will you give a huge welcome to the Birthday Girls? Ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, we're Birthday Girls.
And we're here to do some sketch comedy for you. But BT Edmondson, what does sketch comedy mean to you?
Laughter, friendship. Wait, that's not my one. I think we're live.
Smashing it, guys.
I was just about to say Camille's one.
Okay.
Do you know what
you
yours
okay?
is?
BT's having a small stroke, everybody, but that's okay.
No.
Should we do that again?
Yeah.
Okay. But BT Edmondson, what does sketch comedy mean to you?
Fun, respect, having a demeaning day job where I sell sandwiches to city workers.
Yay!
Did it!
Thank you.
Thanks. Rose Johnson, what does sketch comedy mean to you?
Power, responsibility, having secret control over two of my friends who don't really realise it.
Yeah!
Camille Chan, what does sketch comedy mean to you?
Laughter. Oh, really? Friendship. Nervous pre-show poos.
No, don't clap that. Come on. Ready, girls?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go sketch.
Oh.
Hello, and welcome to this TED Talk on life's greatest mystery. Why women love shoes so bloody much. Everybody knows that women love shoes. But why do shoes make the world go around? Here to give us her opinion is shoe fanatic Janice.
I like shoes because they keep my feet safe. They're also great company. I like to watch TV with my shoes. Antiques Roadshow, Celebrity Antiques Roadshow, adverts.
I like shoes because they make me a better person. It's a proven fact that behind every great woman is a great shoe. Oh, what, you don't believe me? Why not listen to this list of inspirational, famous women who all wore shoes? Louise Redknapp, Lorraine Kelly, Christine Hamilton, to name but 3. What do you think, Judy from Kent?
All women love shoes. I just love them that little bit more, and in a sexual way. For example, ever since I saw this lady on the front row, I've been feeling like I would like to have sex with your shoes. And for me, I guess that's normal.
Please try not to have sex with that lady, Shoe Judy.
I will do try not to.
People enjoy shoes in different ways. Over to you, Janice.
I can't think of anything more relaxing than slipping into a lovely hot bath with a lovely glass of red wine and my favourite pair of clogs.
Oh, sorry. I was just remembering the time that me and Louise Redknapp used a stiletto heel to kill a rat that had got into her utility room. Me and Louise Redknapp have got a saying between us now. They are not called killer heels for nothing. And that's the move that we do to go with our saying. Just another example of when shoes saved the day. Isn't that right, Judy?
Yes.
Cover your ears, children.
I really don't want to say what I'm about to say with the kids in the front row, but I've got to. If I've been having a bit of a bad day, I like to go home and pop the pointed V of a bro into the tip of my vagina. And for me, kids, I guess that's normal.
The 6-year-old is smiling!
Not anymore.
I'm 31 years old! Good!
This is what your life could be.
Dream big!
Dream big.
What words do we think of when we think of shoes?
Helpful, loyal, friends. Sex, intercourse. intercourse, normal.
Kill, rat, Louise Redknapp. Well, we've all learnt a lot about shoes today. And other things. But one thing we will never know is what shoes are made of. And how they are actually made. I guess that is, and will always remain, life's greatest mystery. Thank you.
We're birthday girls. Thanks so much. Thanks.
The glorious birthday girls! And their show, Shit Hot Party Legends, it's on at the Courtyard at 9:45 every night. Bring the kids to that. To any younger members of the audience, it's very important. If there are any things that you don't understand in this show, ask your parents who brought you, not us. Good. So that's marvellous work from them. And I now have another guest. Delighted to be joined. Give it up for Tez Ilyas!
I can't stop laughing at that little girl's face this entire show. She has shown no sign of emotion so far.
I know. You are the best audience member we've ever had. You are very good. I'm very impressed. So, Tez.
Yes.
In fact, because there was a reference to TED Talks there, and your last show was called Tez Talks.
I'll see what I did there.
Yeah, it was very clever. Well, it was a sort of induction to Islam, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically what I did is I got an audience a bit like this, and the conceit was that they were all on their final module for their conversion to Islam course. And the whole show was just lols like that. It was good times.
Nothing as funny as radicalisation.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so this year's show is called Made in Britain. So you've moved on to something new. Tell us all about that.
Made in Britain, it's a show about me, who I am, and what life events shaped me into the legend that I am today.
Yeah.
Because today, the not quite award-winning stand-up comedian that sat right here, I've been doing comedy for 6 years. And 6 years has really taken its toll. Like, you might not know this, Michelle, but before comedy, I was actually a young, attractive, but humble white girl. Not this.
I used to be that too.
Yeah. Not this shell of an Asian man you see here before you.
She's changed, ladies and gentlemen. She's changed.
So yeah, the show's.
Your parents must be so proud.
Sure. Yeah, so the show's about me and how I've become the person I am. But I guess the narrative in it is I've had quite a lot of life experiences that are not typically British experiences given my background. But the fact that they're happening in Britain today means they are British experiences. And that's what I try and convey to the audience in a very ruffle way.
Because you're from Blackburn, the glorious,
Yeah.
lovely little fishing village of Blackburn. It's not at all, is it? No, but it's a lovely spot, Blackburn.
Yeah, it's good.
It sounds diverse.
Blackburn, you might not be welcome. But like, it's good. It's good. It's good. My parents checked it wasn't called Brownburn before we went. I was like, oh no, it's fine. We'll be fine.
And so now you are moving in lofty showbiz circles at the Edinburgh Fringe, meeting people like these. So how has that changed your life? How has fame impacted on your everyday experience?
Oh, it's so different. I can't walk down the street without people stopping me and saying, "Oh, are you Ramesh?" No. No.
I was going to say, you could come to the United States and get confused for Aziz.
I had that here. It's like, oh, you look a lot like Aziz. And sorry, I'm like, that's okay.
Yeah.
I get Nina Conti, people say, oh, where's your puppets? Where's your monkey? And I'm so flattered by the comparison. I've signed autographs as her before. Because it was just too awkward. You know, when it gets to a point where they're like, oh, we love your work. And I'm like, thanks very much. And we think you're amazing. Thanks very much. Where's your puppet? And it's like, I can't back out now. So I'm like, Nina Conti. Lovely. And so we were obviously talking about the way that politics affects our material. A lot to work on in America, but has Brexit had any effect on your show?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, I had a draft written, and then the thing happened. And personally, like, I voted to remain in the European Caliphate. Because for Asians, Eastern Europeans are a really good first line of defense against the bigots, and without them, I just feel a little bit exposed. So, are there any Eastern Europeans in? No, they're covering the jobs you're supposed to be doing, aren't they? It's a Thursday afternoon. What are you doing here? They're good people. I like them a lot.
And because you and Nish Kumar have recently done a project for the BBC called the Go Home Office, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
Tell me about that.
So that was partly inspired by my former background as a civil servant in the Home Office. So actually we made this in May, and it's called the Go Home Office. So it's set in a post-apocalyptic future where someone like the English Defence League or a group of that type has become the government, and they've rebranded the Home Office into the Go Home Office. And my character is a civil servant there who is apolitical, as civil servants are, and is doing his job with no sense of irony as to his position. And on this particular episode that me and Nish filmed, Nish comes into the office and he has to justify why all Asians should be allowed to stay in Britain. And my character's going, I'm not impressed, mate.
I love the fact all these sort of post-apocalyptic visions that we all have at the moment, you just think, so likely to come true, so likely that we're just basically writing the future.
Not even like, it's not that far in the future.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
Yeah. I know, Boris Johnson, the minute he was made Foreign Secretary, I was like, well, there'll be a war by the end of the year, then let's just get that out of the way. So now, listen, we're galloping towards the end, and I just wanted to quickly get from both of you any recommendations that you might have, friends, family,
So the
loved ones?
show by a lady called Michelle Wolf that I've heard is very good.
Yes.
I've
believe
also
she's
heard
amazing.
it's good.
No bias on this stage. There's a lot of fantastic people. Kate Lucas has a show at 10:30, the Pleasance Courtyard. She is great. Johnny Cochran, 4:45.
Yeah.
I'm just naming people.
That'll do, to be honest. Let's not give anyone else any publicity.
Yeah.
We're good. Let's talk about our shows. Tez Ilyas, Made in Britain, is on at the Pleasance Courtyard at 5:30. Michelle Wolf, So Brave, is also on at the Pleasance Courtyard at 9:30pm with extra shows, well done you, at 11pm on both Saturday the 20th and Saturday the 27th. Thank you so much. Huge round of applause for these guys here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
And we now have a massive treat. There's so many fab shows to see here at the Pleasance, and we've got an amazing treat. It's some mind-boggling, cheeky magic. Please give a huge welcome to Ben Hanlin!
Good afternoon. Now, a lot of people think us magicians use actors, stooges, that kind of thing. I don't. Although if I did, I would still say the same line. So to make sure I don't, I'm going to get all of you involved. Every single person, stand up. A few groans, it's going to be okay. That's as hard as it gets. Alright. In a deck of cards, you got 52 of them. Think of one. If you're currently thinking of the ace of spades, that's statistically the most picked. Please sit down. Most of the audience, good. Now, some people will think of the Queen of Hearts, especially ladies, very common for ladies. So if you think of the Queen of Hearts and you're a lady, please sit down. So what that means, some of you statistically will go straight down the middle. You'll go for a 7 of hearts. That's 3 down, another 49 to go. Right, now some of you, statistically, will try and trick me out and go, look, Magic Boy, I've seen this stuff before. I'm going to go for an odd card. You're going to change your mind 3 or 4 times till you end up with a club. The 8 or 9 of clubs. If you think of the 8 or 9 of clubs, please sit down and thank you for being honest. Which means now we've got nothing too obvious. So to make it completely random, I'd like every single person to sit down except for this gentleman just there in the check shirt, about 4 rows back. If everyone sits down, you're looking around. This isn't like the telly, this is live. So we've established you've not gone for anything too obvious. What's your name, sir?
Bob.
You have to think about that for a second there, Bob.
Stick with the card.
Yeah, this is what happens when we miss rehearsals, Bob. Just stick to the script from here on in, we'll be fine. Bob, first time. I know what's coming, I know this is going to work. He's struggling with the name, but we're going to try. 2 of the letters are the same. We're going to spell it backwards, still a bit. Bob, we digress. What is the card in your head, Bob? Can you still remember it?
Do you want me to tell you? Ace of clubs.
The ace of clubs. The number one of clubs. And honestly, right, Bob, nobody on the way in here told you to think of the ace of clubs, nothing like that. See, in this deck of cards, the reason I've been holding it the entire time is that before I met you, Bob, I turned over one card. Bob, bang on, mate. Give him a massive round of applause. My name's Ben Hanlin. I've got a show next door at the Kingdom called Trickhead every day at 8:30. If you come along, you'll see me and Bob every night. Cheers.
Ben Hanlin! Superb! As he said, tricked at the Pleasance Dome every night at 8:30. Did that blow your mind, Bob? Yeah, it was blown already a little bit, wasn't it? Yeah, good. So that's all we've got time for. Thank you so much for watching live at the Pleasance in association with Audible. We are back at the same time next Wednesday and every Wednesday and Thursday throughout the Fringe. Your host next week is going to be, Susan Cowman, another tiny lady. And she has got some fabulous guests coming up. So thank you so much for watching. My show's at the Pleasance Courtyard at 5:30. I thought I'd just mention that. You have been glorious. Bye-bye at home, and thank you to everyone in the room. Give yourselves a huge round of applause!